Softbank just spent nearly $15 billion in under a year on robots, on chips, and on data centers. And now they plan to launch a company with those robots, chips, and data centers and list it publicly for $100 billion. But there is no product, there's no revenue, there's just a headline. So what the hell is going on? Now, believe it or not, Masayoshi Son, the founder of Softbank, he has a plan. He just bought 3 companies, ABB Robotics division, a chip company called Ampere Computing, and a data center infrastructure firm called DigitalBridge. And now he's quietly stitching all 3 of them together into one new business, which he wants to take public at a $100 billion valuation. And that company is called Roze AI. Now here's what we know based on reporting from the Wall Street Journal. Those 3 deals make up the spine of Roze AI. There's a $5.4 billion acquisition of ABB's robotics division, and they're the kind of industrial robotic arms you see welding car frames in factories. Then there's Ampere Computing, bought for $6.5 billion. That's the AI chip side. And finally, there's DigitalBridge for $3 billion. That's the data center and infrastructure piece. And add it all up, and you get $14.9 billion all going into one new company with a $100 billion IPO targeted for late 2026 or even possibly early 2027. Now here's what's kind of weird and a little bit eye-opening about this whole thing. Roze AI has no product announcement, no revenue plan, no firm IPO date. All it has is a mere $100 billion target, an analyst day in July, and Masayoshi Son's reputation behind it. And Son's reputation is somewhat complicated. He's the guy who turned a $20 million bet on Alibaba into nearly $60 billion. And he's also the guy who lost billions on WeWork and Katerra. So, I guess you could say a little bit hit and miss, and certainly someone who knows how to spin up a headline. Now you might be thinking, why is Bricks and Bytes covering a chip and robotics deal? Here's why. Data centers are construction. End of. And not the easy kind. We're talking about buildings so power hungry that a single one of them pulls enough electricity from the grid to run a small city. The chips inside it run so hot that regular air conditioning gave up years ago, so now the cooling is done with liquid running through pipework that snakes through the entire building. The floor slabs have to be engineered to hold a server racks that weigh more than a car, and the whole thing has to switch on perfectly the day it's commissioned, because every hour of downtime costs the operator an absolute fortune. This is one of the hardest and most complex builds in the world right now. And every single piece of it is being delivered by someone in our industry. The general contractors running the site, the MEP engineers sizing the power and cooling, the pre-con teams pricing it before a shovel even hits the ground. That's construction, and that's what we speak about here. Now bring the robotics piece back in, because here's what Softbank is really doing. They're not just buying a chip company and a data center company, they're buying the robotics that could eventually build the next generation of those data centers. Think about that for a second. The labor shortage in construction is the worst it's been in decades. The demand for data center capacity is going up, not down. Every AI model needs more compute. Every compute cluster needs more square foot, and every square foot needs to be built by someone. So if you can't find the workers, you build the robots. ABB's robotics arms have spent the last 20 years welding car frames in factories. The logical next step is the construction side, and the money is now lining up behind that bet. So when Softbank packages $14.9 billion into a single $100 billion IPO, and the spine of that company is robots, chips, and data centers, that's not 3 random bets. That's one bet. The bet is that buildings powering AI get put up faster, cheaper, and with fewer hands on site. And whether you like it or not, that's where the money is going. $100 billion worth of it.